This is the Wisekrakrbusiness, and today we're going to talk about the KULSTAR, a torpedo cluster bomb launcher. And when the bombs hit a surface or an enemy, they split into more little bombs. So let's check that out. So I have the KULSTAR in my hand, I'm aiming and fire, and you can see 3 torpedoes leaving the KULSTAR. But you can also manually detonate those torpedoes by using your secondary fire button. But now that we have the Hall of Mirrors of the Mirage, you can see that even more torpedoes are being shot and even more little bombs come out those original 3 torpedoes. So now it's raining little bombs. So now that we know all that, it is time for our first build, which is a corrosive blast and heat damage build. And as you can see, we have 2 formas installed, and there is 1 little slot that isn't equipped because of that stupid polarity nobody ever uses. So let's see and check it out. As you can see here, a lot of Grenier around me, and I use my secondary fire button and all those little bombs rain on them and they all die. That is one tactic you can use, but the better tactic is just put those torpedoes right in the face. And one other tactic is that this weapon is great against large groups of enemies, because as you can see, those torpedoes detonate when they hit the enemy and then they split into a lot more little grenades. And when you do that against a large group of enemies, they all die. But you need to be careful because you can die as well because of the high explosive damage the KULSTAR does. But is this weapon good against high-level big bastards? Well, as you can see, it isn't very effective, but you knock your enemies down because of the blast damage, which gives you time to reload and fire some more torpedoes on their ass, and there it goes. Bye-bye! Alright, it is time for our second build, this time an electricity, blast, and viral build. Now, all slots have been filled. We got barrel diffusion, lethal, torrent, hornet strike, and of course all the mods we use for the elemental damage, but this time also lethal momentum, because with this our torpedoes will fire faster. Look at this, bam, bam, bam. Now it's faster, so it gets faster to our enemies. So now we have a group of level 120 bastards, and as you can see, this weapon is great against all kinds of enemies. Look at them all fly. Nobody can escape the KULSTAR. And even this solo bastard is no problem. Look at that. He gets knocked down and then he's no more. So now we are doing a void mission against large groups of enemies. And as I said before, large groups of enemies are no problem for the KULSTAR. Look at that. We had so many enemies surrounding us, and then there's no one left. So to summarize, high damage, torpedoes that split up into more bombs, and good ammo efficiency. But those torpedoes have a travel time. You need to reload a lot, and this weapon is dangerous in close quarters. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, check me out on all my other ones, and until then, adios. And your enemies drown in it. But the tactic is, you can, for instance, take over a tower by just placing a puddle there and drowning all your enemies that want to take over that tower. You do damage over time while your enemies are in the puddle, and if they did not die and you deactivate your ability, they come back up and you have to finish them off the old-fashioned way. And while you are in the puddle, you are totally immune to any damage.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.